Hi traders, welcome back to another market update. Today we're going to take a look at the currency market and see what is going on in terms of technical analysis. You can see EURUSD actually blew through this level of resistance. You can see price try to fall back. We had a little bit of a correction before price ultimately started to rally and continue higher. EURUSD is on a very big move right now, and I think that we have some levels to at least consider in terms of where we could see this price head. We do have this level of resistance back here right around being the the 1.1409 level. It looks like price wants to continue in that movement, which would still be an upside potential of another 94 pips or so. So we'll see if it can get up there, but for the most part, looking very stretched here. I would not necessarily be a buyer myself, but you can see there is a lot of bullish momentum overall here on EURUSD, and there might be even room for some pullback plays if we get one. Right? For example, if we see price pull back, if you're a buyer, then there might be an opportunity to look for something here on the bounce back to this previous level of resistance. So next up, we'll take a look here at GBP USD, see what's going on with the pound today. And you can see the pound also getting a nice rally there, kind of moving to the upside. And overall, looking like it wants to retest some of this trend line structure. We have the kind of down trend line here as well as on the top. You can see we've got this little channel going back and forth, and for the most part it looks like price wants to retest this level once more. You can see if price can get up there, that would be considered kind of the top of the channel here, where I would be more likely to look for sells in favor of this kind of downtrend that we're seeing form on GBP USD. So next up, we'll take a look at USDJPY, and dollar yen really selling off here. You can see continuing to push to the downside, but we are trading at a big level here at the 105.31 level. Could see some sort of a bounce here. I would say that this is a pretty good chance, especially on the daily chart. Take a look at that long-term level of support. I think it's a pretty good chance we see some sort of support hold in this area on USDJPY. Just my personal opinion, I think that's a pretty good chance we see a bounce. And if we do see a bounce, we could see a move back to something like this, the 106.68 level at least. Gold is next. You can see gold trading almost at our highs once more. We did break just shy of our previous high there at 1689. You can see a really strong rally overall for XAU USD. And continuing to make the move against the dollar. You can see very nice push here. We do have NFP today, which will be something to factor in and will likely impact gold as well as many of the other USD pairs. So we'll see what happens here. I still not personally, looking for long setups, but I am long overall, right? So I'm looking to be long on gold primarily with the direction of the trend here, but I'd rather wait for something like a pullback to this trend line to get long and try to catch some of the bounce rather than try and chase the price. It does seem a bit stretched to me in the current status. Next up is Brent crude. You can see sold off once more. You can see a lot of movement to the downside overall here on oil, and you can see this area here. We tried to bounce off of this level and then failed and broke lower, so it looks like we still have some seller's room here on Brent crude. The bounce did not look so good, right? And we did get that seller's rally and continue to push down through. Big thing here is if we can get underneath the previous low, right? If we get something like down here, we get the retest, there might even be a sell setup to continue that downtrend structure. Next up is Euro GBP. Euro GBP rallying. You can see if we draw the Fibonacci, we did not even get to the 38.2, I believe. Yeah, we hit that 23.6 level. We didn't even get down to the 38.2 before buyers stepped in and pushed price up. It looks like we may be headed to retest the highs there on Euro Pound. Next up is Euro JPY, and you can see here kind of back and forth in this market. We see a lot of choppiness just recently, especially with everything that's been going on. We've had swings up and down in the news, and so you can see Euro Yen kind of reflecting some of that as it is a yen currency, and people will flock or run away from the yen during these times of concern. So we'll see what we get there. AUD USD is our last one, which is rallying as we had talked about, which is very nice. And you can see we are above this level of resistance where I said, this is basically where I'd be looking for the continuation. And so far so good. We'll see if we can get the continued rally. I think that it's possible. We're headed up to at least this area here. And I also mentioned last time something like the 200 moving average as a potential target as well. So I think it's possible we make a move back to that longer term level of value to see if there are still sellers to hold this market overall, or if we're going to continue to break up. So we'll see what happens there on AUD USD. Guys, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you back next time.